with the Senna. Is that
Soraka?
Okay.
Literally, Soraka. LS is with us tonight. And yeah, that's really interesting. Definitely something that can survive in that Senna Sett lane down in the bottom side. It has Ashe to support it very well, and I think the Soraka is also really good against Kassadin because you can throw down your silence and try to burst him down. Also, just the heals in general will be able to stop some of that burst damage coming out from a lot of the champions on the side of DWG. I don't mind the pick at all here.
I don't mind it. I feel like it is going to struggle a little bit into Mr. Olaf. If Canyon does get some advantages, then, you know, the Soraka becomes kind of free food that he just runs at and kills. But if they can keep that, like, you know, Camille, I mean, stealing that ultimate is very, very valuable, but Cannon mainly for that blind pickable top lane. And so we'll see whether Hanwha can make things work. As DAMWON, they just have a lot of comfort, just very happy at this point in time. And actually really like funneled Sett. I feel like Sett needs gold in order to make things work. And now BeryL is going to be on a support Sett that has just so many more tools at his disposal. A much earlier Dead Man's Plate will be coming in, and he'll be able to zip around the map as much as he would like.
Yeah, picked up the Ignite as well, so a little bit of focus into the lane up against the Soraka, of course. Not going to go for any other kind of a defensive summoner. So if Hanwha Life wanted to try to get aggressive, obviously there wouldn't be any kind of heal or exhaust to try to peel off some of the pressure that Hanwha Life could put on. So we'll see how Hanwha Life do want to play around that, if at all. If YeongJae is going to show any pressure down towards the bottom side, as they're right on the ward, and they somehow knew exactly where it was. Yeah, he's going to get the 2.
Oh, this is mega high value. As BeryL does clear that one out. So 2 CS here for the Sett already as he walks into lane. Might not be able to get the experience here for this particular minion, but I think he may have. As Ghost, Piercing Darkness over on top of Lehends, but this lane is going to be difficult for DWG. Like, this is just a lot of poke. And Sett is going to have basically the worst time ever.
This was one of the things I did not mention is the range support into the melee support. Obviously, going to have a very good time. Also offers some sustain, whereas, you know, the Senna will have some herself, but Soraka will have even better.
Also, Senna's auto attack animation kind of sucks. And so if you're there autoing a minion, the Starfall is much easier to land from Lehends. Hadn't really thought about that interaction. Does make the Soraka feel like a really good choice into Senna. ShowMaker misses that CS. Very unlike him.
Doesn't look like he went for the attack speed rune.
Yeah, that's a shame. He does have fleet footwork, so just the classic Kassadin choice here. But I don't think he also took the alacrity ability either. As that's a double snare, high value. Last time we saw Soraka in support was 734 days ago, guys. That's over 2 years. That's insane. Because we did see a lot of Soraka last season, right? But she was played top lane. She wasn't played support.
Yeah. But I thought that, you know, the flexibility, we would have at least seen it once.
Yeah, right.
I guess not. 734 days, that is a really long time. That's basically 2 years. And, wow. So, 2018.
Well, YeongJae is going to make his way in. Kassadin, not level 6 yet, so has to flash. As in comes Canyon. He's going to find an axe onto the Volibear. So much damage, and he's just dead. Nothing that he can do as he flashed forward to try and get ShowMaker. Now Mireu might be falling as well. The Undertow's going to short. That one's not, but still, Mireu's going to have to go back and teleport into this lane. And DWG again find themselves a first blood as Lehends is going to get ignited. Piercing Darkness there again. Good exhaust onto BeryL to make sure Lehends is going to survive. As Viper might want to auto BeryL a couple of times, but was just predicting the haymaker. And DWG do lose out in this bout of bottom combat that we just saw.
Bringing out the bottom combat again. I like it. Yeah, and that lane is just really strong from the side of Hanwha Life, and you can see that DWG are trying to skirmish as best as they can. I mean, it didn't doesn't look so bad for what they're working with, I guess, but after all, it's still going to be very difficult, and you can see that the Ashe is going to get very far ahead. Nuguri has obviously played a ton of Jayce, 23 and 10, 69.7% win rate is not bad.
Not bad at all. As Mireu, he's struggling here a little bit. Remember, ShowMaker got double buffs, so... yeah.
And the kill. First blood, Kassadin.
I think if Hanwha could do a mid-game jungle switch, maybe we'd see YeongJae removed after giving double buffs to ShowMaker. I think that's the biggest party foul you can make up against DAMWON.
Yeah.
Especially because that will allow him to get freely to level 6 and have very consistent safety as Nuguri playing away from that brush. I believe he knows exactly where YeongJae is.
Yeah.
As this huge minion wave is going to mean that there's nothing that the Volibear can do anyway. Nuguri will now just start harassing Dudu down underneath this tower. And yeah, it's just not very fun laning against Nuguri's Jayce. Even if you kill him, he just comes back stronger.
Yeah, the power spike. Oh, man. Yeah, there's a lot of little things that happen in pro play that I think most of the time go overlooked, as I'm going to have to hold that thought.
Yeah, that's a flash face breaker as Canyon's going to find the undertow onto YeongJae, and the bear is once again put down. BeryL grabs that kill on the support Sett. And meanwhile, on the bottom side of the map, Ghost is just fine pushing a minion wave into Ashe Soraka. That's pretty impressive, is now Dudu going to be running away from this turret. ShowMaker, he has level 6. Rift Walk will be available, even if Flash isn't, but not going to be able to catch up to Dudu this time. And he is going to have to go back. No teleport. Plate's going to be available here. Actually, no, decides to cancel. Gives away one plate, but otherwise we'll be able to get here in time to get a bit more of the added CS. And with YeongJae recently deceased, Canyon just moves on over and takes himself this Mountain Drake. And I think I've seen a game like this before. It happened a few minutes ago.
Yeah. It feels like YeongJae and Mireu were trying to set up a similar play to what happened to Mireu in Game 1 with that early gank, and was a little bit aggressive, right? He had to flash in for it, and when you do that and you don't know where the enemy jungler is, you have to back out of the lane straight back through the lane. You can't just go straight into the river and hope that the enemy jungle is not there, so... Gets caught out there, maybe a bit of nerves. Lehends.
That's a flash. A very comfortable flash. Viper only level 5, not able to get any arrows in there or anything like that, as Mireu's going to miss the chains. And grabs himself a pretty nerfed Rift Walk, but still adding to Sylas's mobility is always a dangerous prospect, so it's not terrible.
Yeah. And they were trying to shut down ShowMaker before, you know, he got started. That's kind of like the solo queue mentality, right? Gank him before 6, don't let him snowball, but they did the exact opposite and gave him double buffs. So yeah. ShowMaker's kind of just going to be, you know, rolling all over this map.
Now he needs to get a pentakill before 15 minutes. Because he got it before 20 minutes last time. That was impressive, but...
New records.
Yeah, we need to... it's all about increasing the impressiveness of how he's playing this one as Ghost. Trying to get what harass that he can, and we'll hold the minion wave in this position. As, yeah, ShowMaker with a blue buff and just having a really good time. Did he just shoot an Eye of Kilrog at Mireu, by the way?
Yeah, yeah.
That was interesting.
Except it's targeted. You don't really get to control it.
Yeah, that's right.
And it does damage to your enemy. That would be pretty interesting.
Would it be pretty cool if it summoned Voidwalkers, tell you that much. That's a wild joke. We probably shouldn't be saying that. As Ghost picks up a bunch of these little things on the ground to increase his money intake, as that Facebreaker was max range, and Lehends is now in so much trouble. A late exhaust, and the arrow will connect onto Ghost as the Dawning Shadow does fly through. A long, long stun. And Ghost is going to have to flash out. So that is a very susceptible Senna here on the bottom side, as Hanwha Life are going to answer back. This lane is very strong.
I think that would have just been a straight-up kill if Ghost waited to shoot out his root until the Facebreaker came in.
True.
But, yeah, he got a little bit antsy, and it was just barely not able to hit the max range. So, not able to lock that down, and even Ghost had to flash away from that one. Doesn't particularly matter because... I mean, the rest of the map is doing so well, but at the same time, Viper does have a massive lead over Ghost in the bottom side. So we're going to have to keep our eye on that and see just how out of hand that bottom lane is going to get. For now, he's just about 400 gold ahead over Ghost.
The thing that I'm scared about is that as soon as the Ashe comes out of the laning phase, it's going to be a rough time. As Nuguri finds that that Shock Blast, it was very impressive, onto Dudu, but they're not going to go for any kill or anything like that. They're just going to push the Wukong once again out of this lane. Canyon's standing on a ward, but he's just going to throw down Shelly, and they're just going to deny so much from Dudu unless he's going to try and wrestle his way back in. YeongJae turns up, and that should be another turret plate. No, Canyon actually decides to hold on to the Rift Herald as well, as Dudu, oh man, this is getting real dicey.
ShowMaker, in the meantime, he was thinking about going top, but he was spotted. And then he saw that Mireu wasn't mid, so he correctly identified that he was going top. Took the Rift Scuttler and then pushed the wave, and now he's going to rotate up top. So kind of delaying that to
this is
get
absolutely
more power and value.
This is just time wasted as well.
Yeah.
With the fact that he just moves around in a circle in the mid lane, and DAMWON have so much map control with all of their vision topside. Like, ShowMaker stacking up this Rift Walk as in goes Mireu with his own. Didn't do a lot of damage, as you saw, but they're just teleporting around the lane. This is, it's like playing an online game with very high latency by the looks of things. You know, like everyone's just teleporting around.
Yeah.
Ooh.
BeryL's not having as much fun as he did in Game 1. He was still able to just casually roam into the enemy jungle, while somehow Senna pushed 1v2 against Ashe Soraka earlier on, but the laning phase is built to not be fun.
Arrow avoided. Nice work there by Ghost. Extra movement speed by getting underground. Works out. This Viper still doing a lot of harass. This is working out quite well, but only one plate has been taken so far. Very close to getting their next one as Canyon is over here, just eliminating this Golem camp for now. As we're watching this, looking out for all this bottom combat, because this is where Hanwha are going to be able to potentially find an advantage. The rest of the lanes are done. It's basically over.
Yeah. I mean, at least Dudu didn't get absolutely clobbered, right? I think it could have been worse, but at the same time, as we were remarking on before, a lot of his other lanes in his jungle had to give up a lot to help him stay afloat. So it's not necessarily a good thing, even though it looks okay on paper. And Olaf just picking up 3 dragons. The jungle difference right now in the game is pretty massive. There's not really much that YeongJae can do after getting so far behind in the early game. And so we're just giving up objectives. We're giving up map control. And, well, they're looking to go top. Nuguri smartly going to back away for just a little bit.
Yeah, but then he did see them on vision, so no issues there as Canyon's going to move on in. They're looking for Mireu. That's a pretty short Rift Walk. He's still going to be able to get to the safety of his turret. Sylas is going to be okay for now. Nuguri, you can see, gets a control ward over, and now he's going to know that he's not going to get dove.
ShowMaker is almost level 11, and it's Infernal Soul. And he got a super early Roa with his first blood. He's now 1-0-1 with a tier stacking up. He might just be able to 1v5 as this game comes along. He is remarkably far ahead.
And there are some old stats, because Kassadin used to be the pick ban champion, right? This was a long time ago, very, very long time ago. But I still remember that if you're looking at a Kassadin, if he gets to level 6 and he's like 15 CS behind, you're like, nice work, dude. Nailed it. Got through the lane. Things are great. That was a flash.
What?
As we're going in here on the bottom side. This bottom combat situation is just getting ridiculous. As the dive on the top side is going to work out as well. Dawning Shadow going to take a little while to get there, but it's a 1-for-1. Viper falling down bottom lane, and Nuguri one step closer to the 0-2 power spike.
Yep, they were angry down on the bottom side, and they finally called over their big brother to beat up the bullies that were bullying them in the school. As now they're trying to wrap around here and get on top of Mireu.
This might be ShowMaker getting ahead of Chovy, which I don't think LS is going to be very happy about. As Mireu going to get a Ragnarok, but you can see Canyon still chasing after him. Great slow comes in, but that's a Ragnarok target, so it's not going to work. Flash forward, Undertow's going to be there. Canyon going to wrap around. They're looking to get Dudu as well. He was already thinking about it before the Sylas was dead. Lehends moving on in, no mana onto Dudu, but at least he has enough to get out that decoy and go for the escape. ShowMaker now just throwing out Teemos and not giving any at the same time.
Stop bully Bible Thumb. I feel so bad for YeongJae. Oh, he comes in, and we knew this was going to happen, right? We were like, yeah, they're throwing him into the Inferno. Yep. This guy is pretty, you know, he's not going to have a fun time. And that is exactly what is happening here. They just don't even care about him right now.
That was his actual flash.
Yeah, he just flashed the wall. He's like, yeah, I'm really angry.
Oh, man.
I got to get this out of my system. And the TP was coming in and gets silenced. We don't get to see that, but that's why. I mean, Nuguri was already dead, but there was a chance that maybe ShowMaker would be able to follow up here. I don't think so, because everybody ended up with full health after the dive. It was pretty clean from the side of YeongJae and Dudu to pick up that one, and the teleport wouldn't have mattered. And so, yeah, the follow-up was just chasing them around the map.
Yeah, it's decent Kingslayer damage return, but as you can see, that Eye of Kilrog, man, it's real scary. And Canyon already with the monkey in his sights. As ShowMaker, the snowball is pretty real here for DAMWON.
3-0, man. This is
3-0-1, 100% kill contribution. And Nuguri, 100% death contribution if you have deaths on your team.
Nice.
He is the one that you want to be dying.
He's also getting close to his own power spike. He's only one death away. So there's that, too. All the power spikes are going to be hitting at around the same time.
Yep, Shirley as well is going to go down. Every single neutral objective has been taken here by DAMWON so far. They are in utter control. This is just dominance, or domination, to use correct English for that particular moment. And yeah, no one's going to be able to enter a lane against this. Kassadin, Dudu has a Trinity Force. I'm not sure whether it's going to mean anything, as we are stacking mana on 3 champions on DAMWON's side.
Yeah.
We need Canyon to build his mana immune, you know? And then they're just going to all peer pressure BeryL into doing it. And BeryL's like, why isn't it doing anything?
Oh, man. I wish one team would do that one time. Just, like, troll with items, because they're just that much better than the enemy team. I mean, you know that even when the Korean analyst desk is, like, even calling it out, they're like, guys, it's just a skill difference. Like,
yeah, right.
They're usually, like, the most, you know,
the most PC. The most PC, absolutely.
Trying to not hurt anybody's feelings. They'll say, oh, that was a really, you know, you guys were close, but, oh, they just barely failed that team fight, as they, like, go in and run an int.
Yeah, right.
So when they're saying it's a skill gap, you know it really is. And
so unfortunate that he was out of position.
Yeah,
you know,
something like that.
Explaining someone in solo queue running it down mid.
And, yeah, I mean, we don't really need to highlight it too much, because it's very obvious to all you very intelligent viewers as well.
ShowMaker comes in. YeongJae's going to ult his way forward. Showstopper comes down, though, and he's put in the grave instantly. Mireu now going to get autoed down. A double kill here for ShowMaker. He's very upset that everybody else has picked up kills here, but he's still going to give the thumbs up. And Dudu's running for the hills. I don't know whether this monkey's going to survive, though, as BeryL's like, guys, I'm going to Hex Flash at the dragon. Let's hope I don't die. Someone come back and help me. As this is Dudu's wild ride at the moment, but ShowMaker's going to catch up to him. Nuguri's there as well, and that is going to be the ace. Unofficial triple kill there for ShowMaker as well. 6-0-2. 700 gold bounty, 18 minutes. And yeah, Canyon better get it. He's just been playing so well.
No, I'm going to vote for Ghost, actually. I'm only here on analyst days to ruin LS's prediction rate.
Yeah, no, there we go. That's perfect. And Woodids as well.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
you get
true.
2 birds with 1 stone, you may as well do it.
Nice.
That's just efficiency right there. We've got an 8,000 gold lead at 18 minutes, guys. This game's over. The series is over. But we're still going to be here, and we'll take you through what is going to be most likely a DAMWON highlight reel.
Look at this. I mean, this is the sadness of Volibear, like, against Sett especially. And then we go back, and it's like, okay, Mireu, I mean, nice try, but not nearly as flashy, and you're so far behind, it just doesn't matter. The second the team fight started, we knew it was already over.
Yep.
And it didn't even have to be as clean as it was by BeryL to get that perfect showstopper. And yeah.
And somehow, on top of it, I mean, total damage dealt is Kassadin in the lead by about 50%
already.
This is insane, dude. I don't know. We made some predictions on the Pog State that's going to be coming out next week, and after this week's games, I think I'm actually going to look okay.
That's good.
We had some discussions about mid lane, and I was the ShowMaker fanboy, as you guys may have seen from the Champ Select.
2 interviews in a row now.
Yeah, right?
Got the ShowMaker prediction correct.
Yeah, we're doing all right. It's a pretty easy prediction to make as he dives over the wall. YeongJae could be in trouble. Sky Splitter does absolutely nothing. And ShowMaker's just standing here on top of an enemy control ward. And doing what he can to bait them. Yeah, exactly.
He's like, okay, guys, line up for my penta now. It's time.
Yeah, exactly. Can everyone just group? You guys group for me, please?
Guys,
Aaron is trying to pierce the heavens. Makes it to the back line as YeongJae gets in there as well. But already, we are diving.
There's one.
Cyclone comes down and first kill is there. But Nuguri steals away the possibility of a penta. ShowMaker still going to be dashing on forward. He still has a flash. Multiple rift walks. There we go. It's starting to get stacked. Viper dies. That's the double kill somehow. I think that was a triple kill, really. I'm confused. The game's confused. They don't really understand why Kassadin is able to do this. 13-1 is the kill score, and DAMWON are looking to end this game. They've got a minion wave.
Yeah, they're doing
Dudu.
it.
Yeah, he has no Cyclone. There's 4 seconds on YeongJae. And we're looking for a sub-25-minute victory. That, my friends, is called a shellacking. Coined by my friend Spawn. And Dudu, yeah, there's nothing he's going to be able to do about this one. The police come in, they're like, oh, no. This turret is doing a bit of work, though, as Mireu's going to dive in, knocked up, destroyed.
Wait, where'd he go?
ShowMaker, that's a double kill. Nuguri steals another one, and the damage is just obscene. Nexus will fall, and DAMWON are coming for a freaker's average game time on this one as the teleport from Ghost into his death. That's the
second kill.